Hello and welcome to another edition of Extra Connections. I'm James Lott Jr. here at JLJ Media. I'm a JLJ of JLJ Media. That's very important. Because why I say that? Because I'm sitting across from another boss. We are bosses. We take care of our own business. We venture out. We connect with other people. And she's a doer. She's somebody who's out there and she's connecting. We're going to talk about the show, of course, that you know she's from. You see behind me. But she also started the Women's Brunch in Mississippi. And it's a whole platform statewide, turning national nonprofit, helping thousands of women launch their own businesses, which is like we need more Black business and more Black women business. But also at this show, Belle Collective, right? You guys know that show. It's on own stuff. She behind that too. So it's not just you didn't just show up. She's also a part of that. So we're going to talk about all of that and her fabulousness. And I love her new hair. Lateshia Pearson.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You are everything. You are everything. It's the energy for me. It's the
Yes.
energy for me. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
so much. Thank you so
My
much. My
pleasure.
team spoke so highly of you. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to. I also share that you are a huge fan of the show. So in myself, so when I hear that, I was like, honey, we're going to do this one-on-one.
We're
Okay.
gonna
We're going to
chop
do
it
this
up. We're gonna
one-on-one.
chop it up. That's right. We're gonna chop it up. No, because I mean, first I always ask people, "How are you doing?"
Mhm. I am fine. Thank you so much for asking. You know what? That little bit, like that simple question, how are you? It goes a long way. I am wonderful. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Today I'm good. I
Yeah.
always live in the moment. So today I
Okay.
am good. I'm
Okay.
with you. We're
Mhm.
present. I'm with you. We're gonna have a
Present.
good time. We're gonna talk about what's going on and what you've been through recently in terms of this success that you're having. It's just amazing. And have you always been kind of a self-starter, doer, achiever, even like you were a kid or growing up? Were you always like that?
Absolutely. My mom loves to tell this story of how I walked before I crawled. So I know, right? That's another story. You have to get her for that. Like I walked before I crawled, and then she was like, I started crawling, and my grandpa, it was like, girl, get up. Like, what are you doing? Get up. So I have always been like that doer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, even with me registering for college and stuff, my mom didn't have
Yeah.
to do any of that. I'm a doer. You know what I mean? Like, if I want it, I'm just going to go do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's a great thing. I mean, it's representing your life that you were walking before you crawl. Like you
I
went
know.
big. You
Yeah.
didn't know you were a baby, but you went big.
I
That's
did. I didn't even.
big.
You know what? That's my first time. That question. That's my first time ever saying that. I've never been asked that, and this is my first time saying that. My mom has publicly. You know, my mom has.
Yeah.
She always shares that, like my family and everybody. So that is my
Exclusive people, exclusive from JL's
yeah
James Lott Jr.
exclusive.
Like that. But no, but I think it's great. I mean, it shows that you had initiative, and
Hmm.
because you're in this business, this is not for the faint at heart. Going into like the television business
Yeah.
at all, which you are in it now. But first, before we talk about that, I want to talk about your Women's Brunch Mississippi and what a wonderful setup you have going on. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for even asking. So I launched Women Brunch Mississippi back in 2017. And the purpose of that still is today, is to connect female entrepreneurs throughout the state of Mississippi and really advocate and really showcase that women can actually collaborate. I promote collaboration over competition. And not only that, to go a step further, it's more than just brunching. I mean, it's about starting entrepreneurship. It's about connecting with other women. You guys partnering together and building multi-million dollar businesses together. You know, it's about learning and being educated so that you can take something tangible. I advocate like credit repair specialists there. We have someone from the Secretary of State, a Small Business Administration. We have like our IRS specialists, people who can really help entrepreneurs and really like remove all excuses. So it's more than just brunching, but honey, I do love the brunch, but it's also about tricking women into knowledge. Like, yes, we're doing women empowerment brunch. We're doing this, but we're gonna also trick you into some knowledge. Come on over here and see how you can start this business. Come on over here and collaborate with, bank owners and loan originators. Come here because they're there. They're waiting on you and you're waiting on them. So it's bigger than that. It's really Women Brunch Mississippi is really about promoting women empowerment and really connecting women with the resources and the people that they need in order to be successful.
Yeah, what you're teaching the people are what they stop teaching in schools. They don't teach about economics. They don't teach about how to fill out a tax form
Mm-hmm.
correctly.
Mm, true.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
how to go for a loan at a
Yeah.
bank. And you're
Yeah.
right, there's money out there that
It's
people
out
just
there.
aren't going to. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
they
out
have
there.
no idea. And now to me, there's no
Mm,
stupid question, folks. There's no stupid question. You just may not know.
you may not know. Mm-hmm.
And it takes someone out of this show's called Connections, because literally it's about connecting with someone else who does know
Yeah.
and can
Yeah.
bring you there, right? You're the conduit. You're basically the conduit between folks who are going, maybe I should start a business, to them starting a business.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head, James.
Have you had, is there any stories that stick out or a story that sticks out to you of just coming from you? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people getting a lot of great stuff happening, but any stories stick out to you?
I have a lot. I have a ton of stories.
Yes. Give me
Um,
one. Give me one that you like really warms your heart. You're like
about
that.
the brand. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
For one, I get, after I put on the brunches, like again from 2017, I've been doing them and I was
yeah,
just like
yeah.
flowing in it.
eight
And
years.
just to see like the replies on Facebook or, people add me like this was wonderful. They don't know the behind the scenes, but this was wonderful. This was amazing. I connected with someone. Or I'll look on Facebook, I'll look on social media and I'll see two women who met at my brunch and here they are starting a business together. Here they are collaborating. Here they are at lunch together. So it's stuff like that. I get so many different stories just about how they empowered, how the brunch empowered them, how I empowered them. And I always tell a lot of people, James, it's not about someone like believing in you. It's about someone believing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to say, if I send you something like, Lateshia, you can do it. You can do it. You can make this happen. You probably like, that ain't my thing. I don't want to brunch, but you're going to believe with me. You know what I mean? So I love how just this overall and the vision that God just really, really put in my heart. I love how it's just manifested in something even bigger. Even the Belle Collective, you know what I mean? Just really women and even with that, just advocate women empowerment and how women can really, really do some amazing things when they come together.
I'm assuming since you've been on the show has been out there, it must have made a larger audience for your women collective, your women thing too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me tell you, absolutely. Just having the opportunity, having the opportunity because you got to think about it. Well, you don't know, but a lot of people, I mean, we've had different things over the years, not with me, but I've heard different things or people wanting to highlight Mississippi or companies are coming down to do it and nothing came from it. So I always have to shout out Carlos King, the CEO and founder of Kingdom Reign Entertainment for not bypassing us. He could have said, "Oh yeah, oh what's down there?" But he's a creative, so he said, "Well, what's down there?" You know what I mean? Some people like, "What's down there?" And they like, "Oh, ain't nothing." And he thinking in his head as a creative, what's down there?
Yeah,
So I
what's
always have to
down
shout out him for giving us a chance. But the opportunities, just the opportunities from this platform, I mean, I'm everywhere. I'm traveling. I got flew out to Jamaica to speak once. Like I am all over, and so just the purpose is bigger than I would have ever imagined. And that vehicle, and me being on the Open Winfrey Network, and me being a part of Belle Collective, it has just really manifested into something amazing, and that I'll forever be grateful for.
how are you staying grounded?
Ooh, when we say the words, James, grounded and balanced, I'll be like, who created these words? Where they come from? Because I know as an entrepreneur and a successful, as you are, you like Correct his word. So, I mean, when we talk about being grounded and balanced as an entrepreneur, it's just that you have to prioritize. So you prioritize. I have a 10-year-old son, and even with Joshua, just doing mommy things and turning the phone off and just things that I have to do. Prioritize is the word for me, because as long as you on this phone, and this how I make my money, it's like you have to put it under the couch. You gotta walk away from it. That's the only you have to walk away from it. You have to meditate because if not, it's in our hand. It's this.
You're right. You're right. I mean, you're right. I mean,
So when
you're right.
somebody say, James, why you text? They see your text, but you out there. It's in their hand. Their phone, they just not replying back to you because we don't walk away from the phones, okay? Unless
I
you
say the same thing. I
prioritize.
go, wait a minute. When I'm with you, your phone's always on. But then when I text you, I'm not with you.
There you go. Yeah,
Well,
you won't stand by.
no,
But
yeah. Well, you're right about that, girl. You are absolutely correct
But
about
no,
that.
seriously, that's how just really prioritizing and really just focus in and just remember I'm one person. I'm one person. As a woman, an entrepreneur and I can only, eat what I kill that's out here. You're constantly on the go. So I have to say, you know what? Let me take time. I'm human. I'm human. Let me go. Hey, son, let's take your bike to the park. Let's have some one-on-one. Let's watch a movie, just doing family things, that keeps me grounded. And of course, prayer and meditation always.
Always. God
That's
has
a
us.
given. That's
God
a
has us.
given.
Yeah, that's a given.
Mm-hmm.
God has us. We're in His hands. We're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
you're
Um,
right.
so with Belle Collective, how'd the concept come up for you? How did this concept happen?
Oh, that is a long story.
I'm
Myself,
here.
I know myself.
I got my tea. Let's
You
go.
got your team. It's not really long. I'll make it really quick. Myself, along with an amazing friend of mine named Jacoby McGee. He was really helping me in the beginning with Women Brunch Mississippi. He would come out, he would just like kind of oversee things for me. Amazing. And he was just like, you know what? You love these women, you love Mississippi, you love all these things that's going on. There's a guy, he's opened his what you call like when you can submit. He was a
Oh, okay. Yes,
producer,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
and he submitted it, and it went from there. And Carlos King got on a call. He loved the concept. As he said, I didn't audition to be on the show. Being on the show was not on my vision board, so I always have to credit him for seeing something in me that I didn't see in myself when he, was like, "Hey, well, what do you do? And
I
what are
mean,
your
but
do?"
let's
No,
stop.
I
Let's,
wanted to be. I was focused on James. Literally, I pitched the girls. I didn't even pitch myself. Like I was more focused on like being behind the scenes, like maybe
producing.
a
Okay.
PA, just trying to get what they need and just get in it. And Carlos was able to see something in me that I didn't even see in myself. That's why it's so important not to preach, but to surround yourself around people who can see greatness in you when you can't see it in yourself. Because he could have been a hater, he could have not even cared about me,
Right.
But he was like, girl, he was able to see my heart, and for that, I'll always give him credit. But I literally pitched the other girls. I know. And now I
I'm
look
like in
at
shock. I'm literally in shock right now. I'm like literally in
you didn't
shock.
know that? No, I was
Oh,
not, and didn't think anything about it. Didn't think about why me. That was not the vision for me. Then the vision was to if they come down here and shoot, I wanted to be in the midst. I wanted to do PA and work my way up. I come from being a paralegal, so I'm a servant. Like even before that, by nature. Like so, my thing was like, oh, if they come down here, then I can help them do this. We can scout
yes.
locations. We can put on other entrepreneurs, we can
Oh,
film at their restaurant. So that was my
uh,
mindset. And I always tell people when your intentions are good, God will move you from the back of the line to the front of the line. You don't even know what he's doing. You just gotta trust him, James. So here
that's.
I am. Mhm.
I can't even imagine you not being on the show.
That's
I
what it
can't
is.
even. I can't. I mean, seriously, I can't even imagine you not being on the
Thank
show.
you.
So I'm
Thank
like, this
you.
is some kind of. But what you're saying though is, and I'm hearing you. You were still in that mode of service. So you were
Yes.
yes. We'll pick out the restaurants they go to. That's not you will pick out the clothing. Like you were like, you were producing. You were like, I'm a producer. You were like,
Yeah.
I'm this. So you were in that mode.
I was in
I
that
get it.
mode.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
you were
was my mode. Yeah, that was my
you're like,
mode.
I'm doing that. You're like, get these girls on here, let's get them featured, let's get them going. But you weren't thinking, let's get me featured and get me going too.
No, no, not even a little bit.
So what?
Not
So
even an
what
ounce.
convinced you? What when he was talking when he probably came to you and said, "Girl, what convinced you to do it?" Actually,
Okay. So once he said that, I was like, huh? And I still remember the conversation. And he was like, what do you do? And I'm like, I had one Brunch, Mississippi. And mind you, I was a stay home at this time. I had my son, and Glenn took me off work from being a paralegal. I wasn't doing any bail bonding. I was just really focused and just like, okay, I created this platform, Women Brunch Mississippi, something to keep going, but to also serve because I didn't want to lose my mojo. So
right,
when we were on the call, and I was like, "Oh, that's all I do." And he said, "Well, what do your husband do?" I'm like, "Oh, he works on the towboat. He works on the Mississippi River." Like, we are not these girls that I'm pitching are multimillionaires. Like, listen, I'm just a plug at this time. I'm the plug. Okay, I'm gonna connect the dots.
right.
And he said that, and he was like, basically, no, I want you. I see something in you, and I'm like, me, so I got off and I remember talking to his name is Jacob. I'm like, oh my God, I was on that call. And now one girl not gonna be able to get the spot because I'm on the call. And even Jacoby poured into me. He was like, you just don't get it. Like, this is God. Like, you don't get it. So I talked to Glenn about it and I said, Glenn, the guy, because of course, I was like, the man said that he wanted me on the show. I'm not gonna do that. And Glenn said, oh, yes, the hell you are. He said, oh, we're doing it. I said, we are? And he said, you talk to everybody about manifestation and being in alignment and trusting the process. And now it's you, and you
Right.
can't even take your own advice. And I said, you know what, baby, you better check me with my words. You better check me. And that was the best decision ever. So perfect alignment. And I just thank God for it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty funny actually. But then I love that the first thing you thought was like, well, then one of the girls can't come on because
I
I love that that was your first thought at first. Like, oh, that's actually very sweet.
thank
Uh,
you.
but yeah, you need to get on there. I'm glad you said
Me
yes.
too, me too, me too, me too. Now I get it, me too. Listen, you saw I went on my vision board when I came on that first season, baby. My wig was down here. I'm like, these other girls to the T. I'm like, baby, they've been waiting on this all their life. And I said, here I am down here. Didn't even know how to properly put on no wig, didn't know what I was doing. I'm just like, oh, because I'm just a girl sitting at home with two ponytails in the back of her head helping people start businesses or speaking life into them. Glenn was real flashy. So when I come down, I remember my first, I think it was like a tweet, and somebody was like, "Oh, can somebody tell Lateshia her wig shouldn't be on her eyebrows?" I'm like, "Girl, it was all the way down there." James, did you see that? You can tell me, James. It's okay. I got tough skin now. I got thick skin now. Nothing bother me now. But I said, "Oh my God."
I remember that. Okay, good. Well, that's a good point to segue into. So, watching you back, how has it been watching yourself back on screen? Or do you watch yourself at all? Do you watch the show at all? Do you look at yourself?
One time, like when we live tweeting, maybe like I
Okay.
watch it. But I never go back. This was the first time this year, actually, about 3 weeks ago, that I watched some of the stuff back because I was looking for something in particular. So I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, so I was like, oh my goodness, just like it's unreal. I cannot believe that we filmed this many seasons. Like we are here. And some of the all I can say is, James, is this.
Yes.
I pride myself in being authentically
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Am I happy with my authentic self sometimes? No. But am I happy that I stay true to me? Yes. And move on how I feel? Absolutely. And that's just what it is. That's reality.
Reality. And
You're
all
not
for you, you can sleep at night.
Yeah, for me to get sleep at night. If I talk to you last year or 2, 3 years, I'm not gonna get the same James, but that's
Right.
okay. I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything.
Good.
A lot of people say reality TV, it can ruin this, it can do this, it can do that. I was able to find my voice in reality TV coming from, because Glenn and I, of course, we've been married for so long, and It was. I was a follow the leader as I, shoot down Mississippi. You submit, you be here with your husband, you do what your husband tell you to do, So for me, I can remember the first time I was left alone in a green screen, as we call it, a
Oh
green
yeah, yeah, yeah,
screen
yeah. You always
without Glenn. James, I was scared. I'm like, this is who I vibe off of him. Like, he's gonna take the lead. And
oh,
it's like that moment, I'm like, I can say whatever I want to say, whenever I want to say it, how I want to say it. And
they're
it's
like
been
yeah,
up
they're like
since
yeah,
then.
they're like
And
yeah.
it's just been up since then, but I was so scared. So it's been an experience, and I was able to find myself and my identity in Belle Collective, being on the platform.
That's great, right?
That's a lot of stuff. I'll be like, girl, why you? But it is what it
It
is.
is what it is. Good, bad, not so
And
great.
it
It's
ain't what it ain't. And
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
regret nothing. Nothing. Not a zero zip.
That makes me happy. I don't want you to regret nothing.
No, I'm not. No, I do not live with. Am I? No, I take accountability and I'm gonna move forward. But regret, nah. That's where I am in that space. And that's just what it is.
It is amazing, guys have lasted.
Thank you.
Some shows they just died out after a couple of seasons or a season. They get only a season. Why do you think the show is successful? In your opinion, why do you think it's successful?
I think the show is successful for two reasons. One reason, I think that, of course, we're down south in Mississippi. A lot of people are curious because people don't come here.
That's true.
Right. So I think that that's one. People are curious. What are they doing? What is it? How do they act? What's that? And then the South is popping right now anyway. So it's
Yeah,
like
it is. It
I
is.
see I swag all over now. So it's like, okay, cool. And for two, what I love about this cast is that we just it's just raw. You know what I mean? It's raw. I think that, and it's alpha females, you know what I mean?
It is.
And we all just bring something different. It's not no one we're none of us are like headbutting. We're all in our own different lanes doing our own different things. And I think just showing up as your authentic self and just really being comfortable now around the camera and like, hey, this is me and my raws from you want it or not. And I think that that's what people love to see. People love to see, you be authentic. As you as a viewer, you can tell when people are not being authentic. So, you're able to just say like, okay, I like these girls. And I think as long as we continue to show up as ourselves, we're going to continue to be in your face. You know what I mean?
I
I
love
ain't
it.
your face. I think we on what Friday nights. You
Right?
want
Yes.
to be in
Yes.
your face.
Well, my thing is, we go, oh, I can relate to her, or I can relate to her, or I know
Uh-huh.
somebody who's like her. Because you're right. Some of these shows that don't make it, they're too put on. They're
Yeah,
too produced. We know reality TV is produced on some level, but like some of them are just too produced. The
produce.
folks on there are too polished.
Yeah,
Like, well, that's boring. Or we
yeah,
know that's fake. We know that's so fake that
yeah.
it's not even funny. It's not even good fake. Like, it's not
Good.
even,
It's not
where
even
you
good thing.
like sometimes when it's so fake, it's so bad it's good. Sometimes you're like, okay, I can watch this. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
you guys are the real deal. You can tell. You leap off the screen, you can tell you're the real deal.
Thank
Uh,
you.
every episode, you just tell. That's what I'm saying. Why I'm a fan of yours. Like just you can tell there's
Thank
real stuff in there, and that's why we say how's it to watch yourself because you don't watch yourself that often because you are being real. You're showing
you.
at that moment. That's how you felt at that moment. That's what was going on.
You're exactly right at that moment, and that's just you'll forget the cameras are
I'm
there.
sure. I'm sure.
And one thing about the production company, like the production company that we're under, Kingdom Reign, like you can forget that they're there because they're not interrupting you. So whatever you got going on, that's what you got going on. If you say something crazy, it may stay in the edit and it may not. You don't know and you can forget. So it's not produced. It's like
Right.
that's how you feel in this moment. That's what you get. And that's one thing too that I love about working for Carlos King Production because you gonna be like, oh, why did I say that? Or you're gonna be like, can you take that out? Like, no, that's how you felt. That's what it is. And again, that goes back to being able and being in a place where you are able to be authentic. And you are able, like it has worked for me, it hadn't worked for me. But at the end of the day, as we both have agreed, that was me in that moment.
I know. Got it. Yeah. Well, your paralegal skills probably work for that behind the scenes too. I'm sure.
Ah, Child, I don't care nothing about that. Child, I don't care nothing about that. They baby, don't care nothing about that. Paralegal skills, nothing. Oh, that's what she said. Yeah, we love it. Run the ratings up. That's what she said. Oh, that's how she, oh, we love you. You're so authentic. Okay, yes. That's just that. Hey, welcome to a Belle Collective.
Okay, welcome to Belle Collective. So, how do you handle? We both are in the public eye.
Mhm.
I learned about comments years ago when I first
Oh
got into
yeah.
business. I was like, oh, okay. Sometimes you can't read them. Sometimes you can. How are you handling the whole comments section?
So the first season, I was like, because people love me in real life.
Right.
So
No.
I
Right.
didn't have like enemies, or I didn't have people like when I met people, when I would meet people like, we love Tisha. And I'm like, love y'all
Right.
too. Like, I didn't have that. Baby, when you came to Beyonce's internet, okay, and we
Mm,
dropped, it was too much for me. It was
okay.
too much. Like, huh? You're judging me off of 45 minutes?
They
So it
are.
was like that. But now that was, of course, that was in. Now it's like, child, bring it on. Like I have really, really thick skin right now. Like it just be like, that's how you feel. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not in a, that's how you feel. Dang, I hate you feel that way. Like you can't beat the internet. And I always tell a lot of my mentees too, the internet is not a real place. Let's
No.
just start there. It's not a real place. It's there for its purpose and we're grateful for it. But when you know who you are, and after so many seasons doing this, and we speak it in existence, we're going to have so many more seasons. It just comes with it. It just comes with the territory. It's one of those things that you sign up for. I know even with you, like, people just picking you apart. But at the same time, baby, you walking in your purpose. And when you walking in your purpose, baby, the opinions, you like, they said, what? Oh, they did. Laugh and go on with it because you can't, you can't stop, and throw stones at everybody that got something to say. And you got to remember too, ain't nobody checking for no parked car. So, baby, if you moving, you gotta have them. You want them. It comes with it. It's a part of it. So don't even. Don't even. I'm like, girl, what? And just start joking back. I'll troll back sometimes. Just troll
Me
back.
too.
It's nothing.
It's
Me
fun.
too. It's nothing. But at first, I
I
was
know
like,
it's rough.
this is we. You know. Oh my God, like it was hard because it was new. And I think it was hard on everybody at first because we just got out there and showed up as ourselves. But other than that,
A lot of people that watch these shows, it's all low hanging fruit. They'll mention your weight or your hair, your teeth.
mhm.
It's all low hanging fruit, folks. It's just easy to do that. But you have fans too. I saw that you have fans also. Like you have fans.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes,
they're
I
out there.
love
So
them.
I'm
I
sure you do.
love them. And more and you have to think about it too. Some people have like one person may have like 50 accounts. It could be the same person. Like,
Right.
for one person that hates me, 20 people love me.
Yeah.
You just have to, and my number's not stopping. Now, if I had a decrease in like my bookings or my money, then I'm like, hold on, but
Yeah. What's
nothing.
wrong? Right.
So you have to realize too, most of the people who are trolling, they don't watch the show, they're watching clips. You know what I mean? So because I've been booked for so many times, and it's like they watch the show. They're not on
Right.
the internet. That
Right.
that's not their low hanging fruit energy. They
Right.
actually sit down and they watch us. And that's what I love. So when it comes to that or somebody talking about, different things or my weight, babe, I look at myself every day. Child, I know. Child, I know. What you want me to do? Do you want me to go in the mirror and cry? Because I'm not. What you want me to do? I don't care. And people know they be so rude that I do have like PCOS. They don't care. But that's a you problem. I feel great, honey. Every time I wake up, every time I go to sleep, every time I look in the mirror, I am she. And
Right.
I don't you can't get tied up in there or you will lose sight of the vehicle that God has provided you with. You know.
That's true. Yeah, you got to, especially in this business, you got to take those opportunities and work with them. Do what you can with them.
Mhm.
Stretch them out.
Yep.
You have to do that.
Hmm.
You can't let nobody come in who's not in the business say a few bad words to you. Oh my God, I'm over. You have to get over that. You really,
Yeah,
really, really do. And try to stay on the course. Stay the
and you're
course.
not going to be authentic. If you're worried about how people are going to view you, you're not going to be authentic. And one thing that I love about, especially our audience, I've learned they are very smart.
Don't say yeah. That's right.
They
Yeah.
are very smart and they can see, like, they may talk a whole bunch of junk, but they be like, at the end of the day, you gotta respect the real. So that's what I do love about our audience. They're able to tell like what's what. They're very smart. So you just continue to show up as your authentic self because y'all gonna clock it.
They
Okay?
will.
Yeah, every time y'all gonna clock it.
Yes, they will.
Yes.
I do. I love that. So what are some of the things you have coming up? You say you're doing these appearances. Are you going to Jamaica also? What do you have some things coming up?
Oh my gosh. So, it's so much going on. I
Good. Oh,
have,
good for you.
of
Good for
course,
you.
I'm doing the brunch tour finally in the state of Mississippi.
Okay.
Yes, I'm doing the rebranding of Women Brunch Mississippi. I have speaking engagements coming, more opportunities, a couple ambassador deals. So God is really, really moving. He's really, really moving. And I'm just excited about it all. I'm just gonna
I feel like there's a book coming somewhere from you. Should be coming from you at some point. I just
well,
feel it.
because I tried it, I had to take it back because I was no longer in that season. So now God said I got something else.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay.
we're gonna clock it. Okay. We're gonna clock it and move on. Okay.
Yes, we
So
are. Yes,
to
we
the
are.
left, to the
That's
left.
right. I was saying that. I want everything from you. I want everything from
Okay,
you.
I got you.
But you have the best energy. I mean, really,
Oh,
seriously.
thank you. You
Oh,
too.
I'm so thankful you came on my show today. You have to come back anytime. And I'm just like, if you ever come to LA and do a speaking engagement, I will have to come to it. I mean,
Oh,
seriously.
I
Oh
would love
my
for you too.
God, I'd love to see you live. I'm just like
We
up there.
actually just got I have to double check with my manager, but we have someone just requested for me to come to LA. They're having some a women's conference, but I will keep you updated. Let's stay locked in. Let's
I'll
stay
stay like
locked in.
you are
Okay.
definitely. No, you are amazing. Shout out to your husband and your child.
Thank you. I'll tell Glenn.
Yes,
Yes, Glenn
okay,
and
good.
Josh.
But first of all,
First,
how is he having? How's he handling everything? How's
who
he handling?
Glenn?
Yeah,
Oh,
he loves it more than you do. No, he's like,
Glenn is a lot of Glenn is not as he be with it, as they say, he be with it. He be with it.
yes.
You know what I mean? He don't. I don't know. I can't explain it. Some things will be like, what? But then he be like, roll in it. Like he's
Okay,
with
he's like,
it.
okay.
It just depends on the day or the mood that he's in. I don't know, but that's just his swag with everything. And it's always been his swag with everything. Like, hey, everything's gonna work out the way it should, how it should, when it
And it
should.
will.
And that's what it is,
It will.
you know.
Letitia, tell folks where they can find you and all your goodness.
Okay, everything Lateshia Pearson. You put in LetitiaPearson.com. That's my website. I'm on Instagram, Lateshia Pearson. I am not hard to find, and it's Lateshia Pearson Pearson. And just get at your girl.
Yeah, please. She is worth it. And I'll put underneath the description all of that so you can just make it easy for you folks out there to
Thank
follow
you.
her. She is worth a follow. And
Oh,
seriously, seriously. Thanks for being on the show. She'll be back sometime. She'll be back on again sometime. I'm James Lott Jr. This is Extra Connections. Connect with people and also support other people. She's about collaboration. I'm the same way. Find your tribe. Find your tribe. They're out there. And find your black tribe. If you're black. Find them. Lift each other up. That's the whole point. We need to lift each other up and share knowledge. I believe that wholeheartedly. No person is an island. We are a giant village. So follow her example, follow my example, and we'll see you next time.
yay. Thank you.